your FBA fees. This is purely the shipping costs that Amazon charges you as they ship. I call them item-based FBA. Another line item is Amazon commissions separately. And by the time you factor in the refunds and everything else, that kind of changes. So Amazon commissions, just the Amazon commissions. The next one is obviously advertising. And then I have another line, which is everything else. That is, it's not storage. Storage is a separate line, but basically anything Amazon charges you for, the clawback fee and refund fee, return fee, FBA inbound fee, and you name it. All those, I combine them simply by taking the total fees minus the Amazon commissions, minus the item-based FBA, minus the storage, and that gives you everything else. So when you do that, what I end up with is each one of those brackets, or I should say buckets, is a percentage of the total sale. You know how much it's eating into your margin. And then perhaps your storage has spiked. Perhaps you offered too much discount. Perhaps you didn't calculate the FBA fees, something else going on there. Maybe your measurements that you gave is different than what Amazon is using. So all these things then you can identify, but it comes down to how you account for the settlement report details. And most people are not set up to do that. What do you think?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And, it is complicated, but on the other hand, you don't need to be a CPA, you don't need to be an accountant to figure it all out. But I would highly recommend, as we talk through it out loud, someone that hasn't had experience with it, it's going to be difficult. And if Amazon is a channel where you want to really succeed, all the things we're talking about, a lot of these, quote unquote, boring numbers that we're bringing into play here are a huge piece of the pie. So, even us, we work with, we have an Amazon team. Shout out to Elon over there, who's taking into a lot of this into account. And I wouldn't be scared to bring in people that are experienced, agencies that know what they're doing, to take a look at this for you. Otherwise, you look 2 years down the line, you're saying, I'm growing, but you've lost X amount of money without even realizing it. So, I mean, like I said, you don't need to be a CPA to look at it, but where is your strength? If you're a great marketer, if you're someone that has great SEO skills, you might want to outsource some of that accounting because it's going to come back to bite you. I'm a operator. I used to be in the day to day, and like I said, we have a team now, so it's refreshing for me to kind of take a step back and look at the full macro picture, look at the numbers from a reporting point of view, rather than me being in the weeds, shipping inventory, dealing with putting cases in for 5 cases being lost. So I guess my point there is being, there's a lot of different moving parts. Don't be afraid to bring in the help that's necessary if you truly want to succeed.
Yeah, I mean, I was having the same conversation yesterday with another former guest of mine because I also reached out and then we had it's like old friends also 2 years ago. And by the way, she to this day she has the most downloaded episode because she completely shared everything.
I
And
love it.
I would encourage everybody to listen to her. It's her name is Danielle Vincent, and she's a seller. So we were having this conversation. There is a cost for bringing an expert, but there is also a cost for not bringing an expert, right?
Exactly. And I love numbers. I love formulas. I don't think there's a formula for this one. It's kind of the balance of what's your time versus energy versus what there's no perfect formula. I can make up a ton of analogies here, but you just got to look at it is, you truly want to succeed. Do you have these skills in certain areas?
Yeah, yeah.